Good evening, well, early morning. It is Monday, November 21st, 2022. How's everybody out there this evening? Yeah, I'm actually pausing on purpose. What do I say? What do I say? First of all, I had to work today, so I didn't get to see the entirety of one of the most painful kick in the nuts kind of games you could see in typical Jet fashion. Add the fact that they lost to their biggest nemesis. Add the fact, coming off the bye. Add the fact that they had first place right in their grasp. Add the fact that the pretty boy needs to sit down and he just sucks. Add the fact that the defense basically pitched a perfect game. Add the fact that all of it, and what do we get? We get the same crap. And then a defensive battle. 3-3. And then all of a sudden, because the Jet offense can't do a daggone thing in the entire second half, how about the game? Pretty boy. And then for good measure, let's end the game by having a kickoff return. A punt return for a touchdown. Game over. 26 seconds left on the timeout. 26 seconds. Patriots call a timeout. Jets have a fourth down. They punt the ball. Punt the ball out of bounds. I don't want to hear it. Did they attempt to punt it out of bounds? Or did the wind blow it back in? Nonetheless, the guy had room to take it. The guy takes it 84 yards to the house for a touchdown, scoring with 5 seconds to go in the game. Now, I resulted to the highlights on YouTube, and I, didn't look at the score, so I just watched. As the defense is just... let's not exonerate the fact that the Jets were helped by 2 missed field goals on reliable Nick Folk. But still, opportunities, and they weren't taking advantage. New England just had field position all day, it seemed, and the Jets would always be pinned back the 10 or the 20-yard line. But dear God, and they still had a chance to take the shot in overtime, and they couldn't even get there because they have a last-second meltdown. Now, the bigger question is, how do you recover from this? That is what it was. It's just one of those losses. That's just a big fat kick in the nuts kind of loss. It's like the modern day version of Dan Marino and the fake spike game. That's what this feels like. That year, when Dan Marino put the fake spike on the Jets never recovered. And they lost the remainder of their games. Could this be what this is? Because man, oh man, a chance to be in first place and it slipped. It slips. And now the Jets are in last place in the AFC East with a 6-4 record. And I don't want to hear about that stupid coin flip thing that some fan has been doing. Win the coin flip, and and they predict accurately what games the Jets win and lose just because he's perfect up to this point, and he actually has them losing to the Bears next week. Oh my goodness. Today, it's as demoralizing as it gets. Could you feel any more deflated? Could you? I am so angry at this. Like every Jet fan, we ought to be angry. We ought to be. We are angry. There's no consolation in a loss like this. None. I mean, you can't say, oh, the defense. Yeah, the defense played their A's off. This isn't there, But now you've got the offense. You got the pretty boy deflecting blame as if he's not to blame. Oh, let's see, 9 of 22 for 77 yards, pretty boy, huh? Blame. Oh, let's pass the blame to everyone else, right? Your entire offense is mad at you, basically taking indirect shots at you. And you're to say, I'm not taking any blame. When this is every bit your fault. Most of the reason of this loss is because you sucked. Ineptitude. You get away from the run game, because what do they stack the box? What is it? The ineptitude of this team. I mean, I shouldn't say the team, because you know why? They have a defense built to win, and they're really good enough. We waited 2 weeks flying high after upsetting the Bills. And then it's like, can we please, just for once, beat the New England Patriots and stop kissing Belichick's feet? And we can't do it. We've lost 14 games in a row to these guys. 14 games in a row. Going back to 2015, that's the last time we beat them. It's sad. It's really, really sad, and it's just sickening. It just pisses you off. Typical Jets. The typical freaking Jets. And I can't really fault the defense. They were great. They were fantastic. They sacked Mac Jones 6 times. They did their job, man. But when you get no support from the offense, and then you lose the way you did on a 84-yard kickoff return in the final minute of the game, I mean, it just... I'll tell you one thing. If I were home watching the game, I probably would have been frozen in front of my TV for like 3 hours after the game, because I wouldn't even know what the heck just hit me, because it was just that bad. It's just knowing my luck, I would have just done that, or just went into the fetal position, pretended football didn't exist. That's just what it is. It's just so... Jets. God. I mean, when your defense gives up 3 points, you deserve to win. But when your offense can't support you because your quarterback sucks or whatever, and doesn't make wise decisions, and mind you, there was a couple passes. He's lucky they weren't intercepted. So when he was terrible and everything else in between, yeah. So for all the lady luck, right? Zach Wilson is what? 5-2 this year, whatever the heck he is this year. His 2 losses, both against the New England Patriots. The Jets, white jerseys and black pants that they've been wearing. Perfect in that combination, right? Oh, that ended today. The New England Patriots ended that. The Jets, undefeated on the road, all the way to November 20th, week 11. First loss, the New England Patriots. That team foils, I swear, that team up north just foils everything. And it's just aggravating. All hail King Belichick. All hail King Belichick. That's what it is. And I'm getting sick and tired of having my feelings hurt by this guy. It's just a disgrace. It's a disgrace. And it's just... God, sometimes it's just hard to put into words. It's the... I tell you, man. I tell you! I hate this team. I hate that team. God. And Mac Jones isn't that good of a quarterback. And yet we let them off the hook again. We let them off the hook in Jersey, and we let them off the hook again today. They're not that good of a team. I mean, on paper, the New York Jets, in my opinion, are better than the New England Patriots. But somehow, some way, we just never jump over the hump against that team. And the pretty boy needs to sit. I'm sorry, he needs to sit. He sucks. He doesn't hack it anymore. He stinks. I'm sick and tired of him. He stinks. It's time to sit. Mike White, let him play. Play Straveler. Play. Just sit. He's the fourth worst quarterback on the team. That being said, I'm going to sign off for right now. The wife's hungry. Late night chow here. All right, I'm signing off for right now. Deuces. Next week, the Bears. The Bears. Imagine we lose to that. Deuces.